Hey guys, it's Quita. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. On this video, I'm going to be switching things up a little bit. I am going to do my weekly plan with me, but I'm going to try something different. I actually saw a video from one of my favorite YouTubers, Jordan, and she is from Fun, Cheaper, Free, and she showed a way to block plan or block schedule that really worked for her. So I want to try that in my planner this week. So that's what we're doing today. So if you're new here to my channel, I do hope that you will consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So without further ado, if you want to see the plan with me for this week with the new system that I'm going to implement, make sure to stick around. Alright guys, so I was just doing a little exploring on YouTube. I love watching YouTube videos, and I ran across a video from Jordan from Fun, Cheaper, Free where she did her block scheduling, and she said it was almost life-changing and that it really helped her family to kind of keep things in order and to prioritize. And so I've been feeling a little down with my planning and my classic planner lately in terms of getting things done. Haven't quite felt like I've been able to achieve all that I want to, and I think something needs to be changed. So I'm really hoping that this is the change that I need. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to create a block schedule based on her way of doing things. So I totally did not come up with this method. I'm not sure if she did, but she did make a YouTube video about it, and so I'm kind of biting off of her idea because again, it worked for her. She does have a template on her blog. I'm not going to be using her template. I'm going to be creating my own template. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing today, as well as the plan with me for next week. So hopefully you will enjoy this video because again, it is a little bit of a switch up, and hopefully it helps someone out there to be able to better plan their day. So that's what we're going to get started with. So I'm going to pull out my classic size happy planner, some stickers and such, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to create my template of sorts for that block schedule. And then I'm going to see how I can actually implement it during the week. So that's going to be a little bit tricky because I still want to be using my planner. I don't want to be pulling for that template every day and going about my day based on the template. I mean, my day will be based on the template, but not only the template. I still want to use my planner to actually break things down even further. So I'm excited about this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's move to the overhead view, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do, how this is all going to work out. All right guys, so we're ready to get started. Again, we're going to be making a block schedule, so I think this is going to really work out great because like I said earlier, I just feel like I'm a little discombobulated sometimes with getting things done, and how I have it laid out in my planner is not quite working out for me. So I'm willing to try something different in order to get out of this whole planning what I want to get out of it. And so that's the plan today. So I'm thinking, like I said, this is going to work out great. So I've got my classic planner here, but I first need to go ahead and create my template for my block schedules. So I've got a piece of filler paper here with the grid. You guys know this is my favorite filler paper right now. It's so simple, and it's great to use stickers with to make it look even better. And so I first need to determine what my blocks are going to be. And so basically how this whole concept works is you're going to have like a block schedule. So it's going to be a time frame, and it's going to have a block of things that you need to do within that time frame. As you guys know right now, I kind of plan the same way week by week. I just have a checklist or to-do list in my spread every week, and I typically put that in the middle. I'll just show you really quickly. So I typically plan like this every single week. So I'll put my major appointments and things like that, things I don't want to forget at the top. Then I'll just do a to-do list here in the middle. And then I do like my cleaning, some deco, and then my spiritual things here at the bottom. So if I do this the way I'm thinking I'm going to do this in my head, it's going to be completely different week by week. And so again, it's going to be just a block of time, and you determine what that block of time is going to be. And then it's going to be those tasks that you want to complete within that block. So let me grab the stickers that I want to use to achieve this. By the way, this is Jordan's, and I think This is one of her examples. Yes, this is one of her examples. And again, you'll see that in her video if you decide to head on over to her YouTube channel to catch that. And so she did a little breakdown example. And so again, these are the blocks, times here at the top. And then within the block, you have your tasks that you want to complete. So I'm going to mimic this sort of layout. It's not going to be exactly the same, but I'm going to mimic how she did this because I think this is going to work great just to kind of, you know that within this time to this time, this is what you're doing. Then you stop, you move on to the next set of tasks. And so I'm excited to try this out for the coming week. So let me grab my colorful boxes because I know that that is going to work out just perfectly for this whole thing. And we'll see where it takes me from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just get my page set up the way I want to. And then I'm going to go ahead and determine my blocks, my time frames, and all that good stuff. All right, so I have my template here. I kept it pretty simple, and I really wanted to put some letters and numbers here, but I didn't have enough in the alphabet sticker book, so I'm just gonna write it in using my Tombow pen. And so I have to determine my time frames now. And so that's what we're doing next. So my first time frame, I'm thinking, see, I'm not a super early morning person, so I don't want to set myself up for failure. So I'm thinking I'm going to say 7:30 to 9:30 is going to be my first block, and that is going to be my morning block. All right, so that's my morning block. And then we have our outing block. My outing block is gonna be when I go out, I work out. If I'm gonna work out, I run errands, all that good stuff is gonna be done in the morning, which is ideal for me so I can get it out the way. And so I'm gonna break all of this stuff down. I just wanna write the title of what each block represents and the time frame for that. So my outing block is gonna be from 9:30 to 12:30 seems reasonable. I'm going to try it out. Again, this is just kind of like a preliminary run to see if this thing is even going to work out for me. So I'm willing to say 9:30 to 12:30 for my outing block. All right, so by that time, then I've done all of my outing stuff. And then when I come back, I need to work. So that's going to be my next block. And that time frame is going to be from 12:30 to 2. Yeah, it's more like 2:20 because I have to leave at that time to go pick up Addison. So 2:20. And then my next block is my after school block. And that's going to be from 2 see, because I have to account for my drive time as well. And I normally get back home around like 2:45. So let's say 2:45. So that really should be, no, this is okay. I just know that there's a gap in between the time because I have to go pick Addison up and that drive time. So that's going to be 2:45 to, let's say, 7. Yeah, let's say 7. All right, and then we have our bedtime block. And that's gonna be between 7 to 9. All right, and then, so the bedtime is really, this is really gonna be for like the kids and like wrapping things up. And so this is like almost, so this is really like dinner bedtime. And then this is gonna be like my nighttime routine. And that really probably should be night, but I'm gonna do this one as night. Okay, so then we have the dinner time, bedtime blocks from 7 to 9, and then we have our night sleep block. Okay, so now it's time to break all of this stuff down to see what it actually means. So during my morning block, I want to, of course, wake up. And then I also want to make my bed. And I want to get ready. I want to make breakfast. Get Addison off to school. I want to clean breakfast. I want to do some laundry. I want to do my dinner prep if I need to take anything out of the refrigerator or put a crock pot meal on. Just figure things out. I want to do my spiritual routine. Maybe do a little reading. And then pray with my husband before he's off to work. All right, so that's my morning. So next is my outing block. My outing block is where I'm going to work out and I'm going to do any shopping that I need to do. And anytime that, like, let's say my outings didn't take this long, then I'll just have more time for the next task. Which, again, y'all, I'm just trying this out. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out, but I'm willing to try something new just to see, how it's going to work. Okay, so we are on to our outing. So that's when I am going to grocery shop. That's when I'm going to work out, run any errands. And then that's when any appointments are going to be done. Like if the kids have any doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, things like that, whenever I need to schedule those, it's going to be done within this outing block. And then I also want to do my ministry. If I decide to go out on a weekday, it's going to be during this time frame. And so, of course, some of this stuff won't apply. Like I'm not going to have appointments every day. I'm not going to do my ministry every day. And so this time should be plenty of time to do everything that I have to get done on that particular day. Because again, everything's not going to be done during this block time period because everything's not going to be or need to be done every day. So that's going to work out, I think. And so I think that's it. If I want to go have a lunch date or visit someone, that's all going to be done during this time. Then I also want to have lunch. And if I'm having lunch at home, I want to clean lunch. And if there's any laundry that needs to be done, as far as taking things out and putting them in the dryer, that can be done when I return from my outing time. So that's why I put that last, because really that's like a wild card item, because I may be out during this whole time frame. So my next time frame is my work block. That's from 12:30 to 2:20. And that's where I want to film. Then I want to edit and upload. And then that's when I want to answer any emails. And that's when I want to do any orders I have to do. I want to add new shop items, any social media tasks, any vlogging. And I think that's it for my work stuff. So all of that should be able to be done. And again, if I'm back early from my outings, then I'll have a little bit more time to do my work stuff. And then comes my after school. Ideally, I would like to be done with all of this stuff so that I can really focus on spending time with the kids and doing all of those homework items and just being attentive to their needs. So my after school is going to be snack, then any extracurriculum activities, any housework chores that they need to do, any sports games, any lesson practices. Then I'm going to cook dinner during this time frame. And of course, we're going to eat dinner. And I want to do the cleaning immediately after. And then free time for the kids and any additional orders or anything I need to do for business. If I have time, ideally, if I have time. Because I also want to unplug and family time. So I should have put that orders last. Just hang out with the family, maybe play a game, anything like that can be done during that block. All right, so the next block is my bedtime block. And so during this time, I want all the kids to get showered or baths. I want to clean a little bit if needed. I want to prep book bags. Well, really just Addison because Malachi's homeschooled. I want to read to Miss Addison. She loves a good book at night. And tuck in. And then that is hubby time. And I want to stay unplugged if possible. All right, so we've got that done. And then my night routine. So kids will be in bed, hubby's good. I spent time with them. I've done all that I need to do with my work. Pretty much everything's done that needs to be done. Prep is done for the next day. And so my next thing is, again, night sleep routine for me because the kids are already in bed. My husband's probably still up as well. And so that is going to be from 9 to 11. All right, so I want to just relax. Maybe watch a show. Fold some laundry. All right, so my night sleep routine is from 9 to 11. I want to relax. I want to watch TV, fold laundry, do some projects, any projects around the house that need to be done, lay clothes out for Addison and myself if needed, do a little reading. I want to do some, and then I want to, of course, hang out with my husband a little bit more, maybe cuddle, watch a movie. So more hubby time. All right, and then we are going to be in bed by 11. That's why it's from 9 to 11. Right now, I am literally asleep sometimes at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm working, I'm doing other things, and I wanna cut that out and really try to get in bed at an earlier time. That way I can be refreshed and I can just feel good in the morning instead of sleeping until like 10 o'clock. I don't want to do that. And right now, and that is what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll sleep till 9. I mean, of course I have to get up, get Addison out the door. Then I'll go back to sleep and I'll get up, sometimes around 9, sometimes around 10. And I don't want to do that in 2019. So that's why I wanted to do this whole block schedule thing. So I'm really hoping this works out for me. And so this week is when I'm going to implement it. I did implement let me just show you. I did a plan with me on my channel where I wanted to do, I wanted to break everything out by time of day. in terms of my planning. I wanted to have an hourly schedule, and so this should pair well with this. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to write everything in for this week, but I did want to figure out what I wanted to do for next week, because this is supposed to be a plan with me as well. And so the block schedule is done. So of course I'll take a picture and post this on my Instagram just in case you're interested in the final. And this will probably be tweaked over time because, again, this is just my first time trying this out, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I might need to move some things around, but I think this looks good to me. If I can stick to it, I think that that'll give me more time to myself, and I don't feel like I'm trying to cram everything all in one time period, and I don't feel like I'm running around with a chicken with my head cut off trying to get it all done. I feel like if I can just hustle within these time frames, then I think it should work. And so now we need to figure out how we want to plan for it, basically, because again, I'm gonna stick this in just for reference, but I want to see exactly how I want my day. Am I gonna plan just the same way and then just write in those things? Because basically I'm gonna break these things down. Some of these things don't need to be broken down, but some of them do. Like, I still want to do my to-do list of things, so I'm not sure how I'm going to break it all down just yet. All right, so now it's time to get started with the plan with me. So I'm just going to plan my standard way because I don't feel like it's going to be really necessary to change that up, because it's pretty much, I plan the same way because that works for me, and I think I'm going to just continue that way. I am trying hourly out this week, so I think this is going to go really well with this block schedule in terms of writing those things in. But I think I'm going to go back to my typical way of planning for this week. So again, y'all, we're just trying all of this out because, what I'm doing right now is not yielding me the results that I want, and I want to try something new in 2019. So I'm just going to go ahead and plan it out like I would plan it typically, because I think that I can still pop this in my planner for reference just to see, like, based on the time of day, what I'm supposed to be doing. And then whatever things I write on my to-do list or appointments or whatever, I know where they're going to fall in the block schedule. So I don't want to confuse myself and think too deeply about this. So I'm just going to go ahead and plan the standard way that I would plan anyways. so I completed the spread, and I love all of the wintry sort of vibes. And so again, I am going to be using the block schedule for this week as well as the current week, but I wanted to plan the same way. I know I initially talked in the beginning of the video of trying to change things up, but I think it would just be too confusing. I can just use this for reference, and then I can break things down further here. And next week, if I feel like it didn't work out that way, the best way possible, then I can switch it up yet again. And so I just wanted to try something new, guys. I saw this on Jordan's YouTube, and I just had to try it. And so I'm really hoping that this helps me to kind of break things down during the day and become more efficient and effective with what all I have going on. And so that's the plan. And so I will check in with you guys, and I will let you know how this all works out. I'm really hoping for the best, but I think that this should work out because to be honest with you, this is what schools use for the students. They have block schedules, and it seems to be effective and efficient for them. And so I'm thinking that it should work in the household as well. And so I am excited to implement this system. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got a little bit of inspiration out of it, and you found maybe something that you can implement in your planner. Don't forget to head on over to Jordan from Fun, Cheaper, Free. You will love her YouTube as much as I do. I will try to put as many links below. That way you can know exactly where to go to look at her page as well as her YouTube channel if you want to see what originated this whole concept that I am implementing. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let me know if you have any questions down below. You know I'm here for you. I'm willing to answer those questions that you have, so make sure to leave them below. Make sure to also give me a big thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it today, and also consider subscribing if you're new here. So thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys will catch me on the next video, in which case I'll see you then.